Infinity Games Podcast.
Hey look, I'm
Huzzah.
recording.
Yay!
Welcome to the Infinity Games Podcast, episode 44. I'm Jukeboxhero.
Damn, you have a sexy voice.
Is that your name?
No, name's KelryxsKing, but
Fucking Claude. Man,
I stand by what I said.
I don't know what I just ate, but like, it's not garlic and it's not onion, but it tastes like the two combined.
Sounds like a hell of a treat.
Fuck, I'm committed. I'm just gonna speak through the whole podcast tasting this.
Nice. I'll be trying to make a point or trying to do a prediction, and all you'll hear in the background is jukebox. The fuck is that? Oh, excuse me while my super squeaky chair fits my giant ass. Alright, we should be good.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Good times, good times, good times. Crack the
Die.
knuckles. Oh, God. Okay, real talk before we, get into this. And this can go on the podcast. I don't care. It's hilarious. I thought I dislocated my finger today.
Really?
Yep. I was tightening a screw with an Allen key, and all of a sudden something in my hand, popped, violently. And it hurt like a bitch, and I felt like a shock of electricity go through my palm. And I was like, oh God, what did I do? So I take my glove off and I flex all my fingers individually, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. The fuck?
Just
Yeah, it
hit
was
a nerve.
It was super fucked up. Also, I sunburned myself the other day
Good job.
because Alexa was like, here, I have this old PlayStation shirt and I literally never wear it. You can use it as a work shirt. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like, it's just a plain white shirt. The PlayStation logo's on it. I'm like, sure, dope. So I'm going and I'm welding away, and about lunchtime comes around, and I hadn't been wearing my jacket, my welding coat, because it was hot, right? So I was like, fuck it,
Right.
my shirt'll be fine. So lunchtime rolls around, I'm like, why is my shoulder so sore? Why is it so tender? So I look inside my shirt and I'm just beet red. I'm like, oh, this thin white fabric does not stop UV lights.
Buddy, we get sunlight for 3 days of the year up here, and you fucked up.
Hey man, I created sunlight.
Motherfucker, you couldn't have waited for that third day to go out in it?
Nope.
Jesus.
You know me,
No.
I avoid the sun like the plague.
Yeah, I'm a ghosty.
I burn easily, as my story just proved.
Actually, the last few days on catering, I ended up wearing my, my high visibility vest. Or,
Yeah,
sorry,
because
my
that's
sweater.
when I saw the Mustang, I was like, that's not Jukebox. It looks like his Mustang though, but that's not Jukebox. And then because I saw a high vis vest, and I was like, that's not Jukebox. Because my head doesn't register because I know that you're in all different areas of your job,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know obviously when you're on ramp and shit, you have to have your high vis.
Yeah.
But I was like, you're not going to be CSAing with a vest on. So I was like, nah, that's not him. And then you drove by and I saw your hair pulled back in the ponytail and your beard, and I was like, bye, best friend.
I'm just like, who the fuck's this asshole?
Well, I was
Get
off
out my way.
that day too. Move, Birch.
Get out the way.
Okay, so Jukebox and I always have to bullshit for 5 minutes whenever we start these, because that's how we like to start our podcast, because we're inconsistent as fuck.
Fuck. Fuck.
So what we're actually doing is Jukebox and I realized, hey, guess what? E3 is in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So we're like, we should probably do a prediction video.
More accurately is I'm 100% out of the loop, and I'm like, doesn't E3 happen around August or something? And then you text me and you're like, hey, let's do E3 predictions. And I'm like, oh no, it's a lot sooner than that.
It's a week and a half from now.
God damn.
So shit.
So here's the thing, and I actually got to pull it up now, is we actually made a few predictions that we said would come true at E3 back when we did our year bingo.
We did.
Yeah, we did. So I'm just going to run through those real quick.
Do we have pictures of the bingo sheet somewhere?
Yeah, they're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can follow us at all these places at Infinity Games Podcast.
Fun.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so the one prediction I made was that Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to get a trailer at E3.
Is that you or me?
That was me. And then you predicted that...
Hang on, I'm finding them.
No, motherfucker, I'm just going to read it because there's only one.
No!
God of War 2 sequel announcement at E3.
Oh yeah, I'm really hoping on that one.
Yeah. I guess those are the only two that were E3. Anyways, we made some predictions already. And I still stand by that. I think Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to get a trailer. It's been a hot 2 years in development. It's about time.
I just realized I've officially checked one off on my predictions.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah. Which one did you get?
Smash Bros. Because we got a third-party character.
Did Joker count for that?
Joker's third-party.
That's fair. Okay, dope. Yeah, no, I got Jump Force because they announced 9 DLC characters, so I have 5 and change.
Jesus, so you get 2 marks.
No, I don't. Do I?
Well, yeah, because you got 1 for them getting DLC and you got 1 for them having 5 characters.
Oh, right. I forgot that's how we did that.
Yeah, man, because we sucked so hard last year.
Fun.
Yeah, I also think Square Enix released some records, but I don't think they released Kingdom Hearts.
I don't think so, no. Which is a bummer because the music in that game is banging.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Wet nana, wet nana, wet nana.
One of my clanmates just said I posted episode 40, level 43, and he said just liked and subbed. Listened to the first couple minutes. Y'all's quality is good.
Nice. Did you post him the YouTube link?
I did.
Hot reminder to everyone listening, you can find us on your favorite podcasting apps as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're not super visual, but I mean, we're on YouTube, we're on Google Play, we're on iTunes, we're on Google Podcasts. You could probably get us on pretty much anything that reads an RSS feed.
We're gonna be visual one day.
Yes. But until then, we're hidden.
Yeah.
Parts of the shadows. You don't even know our names. Unless you do know our names, in which case, shut up.
Shut your whore mouth.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And whisper it in my ear. Anyways.
You have a tiny penis.
Oh! My secret.
That's okay,
Okay,
I still suck it.
So there's one thing about E3 this year that makes me very sad.
What at?
Sony isn't there.
Oh, really?
Which also kind of fucks me on that God of War prediction, because if Sony's not there, it's not getting shown. Which is a bummer.
But are they going to pull a Nintendo?
Did Nintendo say they quote-unquote weren't going one year and then showed up?
No, that was a massive thing, is that like they stopped doing the big E3 presentation and did their Nintendo Directs.
Oh.
So they still had a presence in some way around E3. It's just they didn't have a presentation at E3.
Yeah, Sony's been kind of doing that because like they released the Death Stranding trailer the other day.
Saw that.
I haven't watched it yet, but I mean, as far as I know, it's still confusing as shit and nobody knows what's happening.
Thanks, Kojima.
He's like, you're welcome.
It's funny because that was going to be one of my predictions.
Nice. It's not Sony, but like a new Call of Duty just got announced today.
I mean, it'll end up on the Sony platform.
Well, yeah, but it's not Sony, like...
Specific.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, it's like... Whatchamacallit?
First party.
I'm just trying to see real quick if they've dropped anything else in the last little bit.
I don't know. Those are the only two things I heard about.
Ghostbusters is getting remastered.
You mean the NES game? You mean the pile of shit?
No, like
you mean
that,
the fuck buckets that are the NES and Master System versions?
No, god damn it. the good one that came out a couple years ago. the one that played like Smash TV.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
The Completionist did a video on it. It looked fun.
Yeah, I mean the fact that it's a twin stick shooter just sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
There's not enough of those.
I don't know. I want Sony to just be like, fuck you, I don't need E3, and just like drop a bunch of shit, but for the first time in a long time, Nintendo might win E3 for me.
Haha, they've been exclusively winning for like the last 5 years.
Shut up.
Bitch.
I
don't know, man. That kind of messes with some of my predictions. Or most of them.
Sony not coming?
Yeah. Like, I'll still predict them because I expect them to be making announcements. They're probably just we can save $40 million by not going to E3. Let's do that.
Well, yeah, that's just it. So, like, in my opinion, like, if, let's say a week and a half from now, if they drop, like, a God of War trailer and they drop a fucking, what was your E3 prediction? Kingdom Hearts? No.
Fuck, I already forgot.
I'm so dumb.
Shin Megami Tensei.
That's it.
That's
like,
Atlas.
if they drop,
I'm sure they'll have a booth.
If Sony drops trailer, like, or if trailers for that stuff get dropped, just because it's not at E3, if it's still around E3 time, that's still the intention.
Hell yeah.
Right?
It still counts.
So, yeah, so that counts. Because that's just it. Like, E3 is the week where everybody's got, like, laser focus on all things video game. So that's the time to announce shit. That's the time to get the hype train rolling. That's the time to get your fucking pre-orders going.
Yeah, no kidding.
On that
And
note, I
fucking-
went and pre-ordered Fire Emblem Three Houses a couple weeks ago, so that was really exciting.
God damn it. When's that coming out?
Like end of July,
Sucks to be you.
which hurts. Yeah, hurts my soul, but whatever.
How many Switch games do you have? Like 2?
I think I have 2 hard games because I have Let's Go Eevee,
Okay, so this is going to be like your 3rd.
Dragon Ball, and then on the system itself, I have Wargroove and My Time at Portia.
What happened to Xenoblade 2?
Dude, I lost that with my original Switch.
Oh, I thought you still had the game but no system.
Nope. Lost Mario Odyssey too.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Octopath?
July 26th. No, I never had Octopath. I borrowed Octopath from my brother.
Right.
And then because, like, I love Octopath, but because it's honestly, like, a very broken game in a sense, I have no intention of going back to it.
One day it'll be $5 and we will get it.
Pretty much.
I'm so sad that the new $5 is actually 15 or 18.
Oh, I know, it's stupid.
Like, there was a thing when I just started to get a bunch of old games and start collecting and stuff, and it just happened to be the time that, like, EB Games was on, like, the absolute end of its GameCube, Xbox era stuff, where it's just get these the fuck out of here. Why did you trade these in? Oh, get rid of them. Like, it was down to, like, a single tiny shelf on the side of a kiosk kind of thing. And at that point, the games were $1.99, $2.99, $4.99. And so I cleared house on what little cash I had. And it was like, I got Metroid, I got Sunshine, I got Smash Bros. And Mario Kart, all sorts of good shit.
Oh, yeah, you did good. I remember that.
Yeah. So that was a thing. And then it was like $5 was the limit. $5 is where these games were going to be at if it was any good. Like, if it was a first-party title, it's going to drop to $5. Now it's like, because EB Games is on a massive kick to get rid of all of their 360, PS3, and Wii stuff. Which I think they're having a lot more difficulty doing because of the amount of shovelware and the fact that there's just so many more of those consoles and so many more of those games that they're like just mountains of stuff.
Well, the problem is, like, in my opinion, something that keeps biting EB Games in the ass is they have to massively rework their trade-in system.
How so?
Because that's what happens is it's like all these kids bring in these garbage shit fuck games, get no money for them, and then they just clutter the shelves.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for the next generation, when it comes to the point where they're trying to clear them out, which is probably going to go from $15 to being like a $20 standard or something stupid like that just because of inflation.
Probably.
But like, all those 360, PS3, Wii games, it's like $15 is kind of like that flat line now.
Yeah.
Which is more than I care to spend for like fucking, I don't know, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed.
That entire sentence hurt my brain. What's the fucking new game actually called? Team Sonic Racing.
Buddy, those were the old games.
I know,
Sonic
but
and
still.
Sega All-Stars.
Did you watch?
But yeah, the new one's Team Sonic Racing.
Did you watch the completionist video on it?
That I haven't watched him in the last month, but I saw.
Actually, like, watching his video on it, I almost went out and bought it.
Dude, super serious. The Sega All-Stars racing games were fucking incredible.
Oh yeah, they were just,
like, if
they
anyone
were
had
fine.
half a fuck to give, they would have gave like Mario Kart a run for its money.
Well, yeah, that's just it. It's the same as like when. Well, it doesn't happen often or like ever really, but it's like, look at how many like people have tried to do like monster breeding training games just like Pokemon, but different, and they go nowhere.
Yeah.
Because everybody's thought process is, why would I dive into the unknown for something that looks like I'll enjoy it when I could just go buy fucking Pokemon X and Y or Pokemon Sun and Moon and know I'll have a good time? It's the same thing with the Sonic Racing. Like, Sega All-Stars and Transformed, they came out, and like Mario Kart 8 just came out. So everybody was like, why the fuck would I get a game with Sonic and shit when I already know Mario Kart's a fucking banger of a time?
And here's the other thing with the new one, Team Sonic Racing. At least that one, they're putting the full focus on the character that they know sells their games. It's like on the other ones, it was like, hey, look, you can play as Billy Hatcher. And everyone's like, who the fuck? And now it's just like Sonic and friends. You know Sonic, right? Let's race as Sonic. And everyone's like jumping on board, so it's actually doing all right.
And then everybody's like, who's this Bowser motherfucker? And it's like, did anybody play Lost Worlds? And everybody's like, no. And they're like, just ignore him then.
Okay, anyways, huge tangent. But so the trade-in system at EB Games, they did change it quite a bit.
Yeah, and it got a lot better.
Because now they're regularly doing deals and making promotions where it's like, trade 3, get it free. Here's our list of most wanted kind of thing. Like the first party games that still demand some dollars, they're like, hey, we'll actually give you $30 for your game. We're not going to give you fucking $5 for the most recent like Smash Bros.
I think the most money I ever got for a trade-in was when I traded in Tokyo Mirage Session.
Yeah.
And I'm a little butthurt that I traded that in, because like I've had like
I'm a little butthurt you
weird...
traded it in too.
I also am, but it's like the problem is like, even if I'd kept it, I don't have a Wii U anymore. Like, so it would have just sat collecting dust, which I mean isn't the worst thing for a collection, but I don't know. I can't even remember what I traded it for, but I know I traded that and like a good few games, and like I got $45 for that alone. Like, I got some fat stacks. Also, I can't hear you. Did you mute your mic?
No, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know if you got 45 for Mirage or for all those games, because I remember like the week after I was at the
No,
EB
it was
games,
Mirage.
and Mirage was only $34.
Yeah, then I don't
And I was
know,
like, this
because
was
when
probably
I
your copy.
I know for sure when I traded it in, I got $40+ for it.
Oh, it was,
Because, like,
it was
it- 'cause
probably
it
still
blew my
full
goddamn mind.
priced, and then like the next
Probably.
week they lowered it.
Probably.
So you
Because
got
I remember
lucky.
because I traded that and I think like 10 other games in or something, and I had like $200 in credit.
Goddamn.
Yeah. And then I've taken advantage of their, like, if you trade in 2 games that are valued over $10, you get, you know, the new Call of Duty for free or whatever. Like, I've done that a few times. That's a good system, because you just abuse it. You just call in, you, like, pick out, you know, six or 7 games that you just don't care about. You call in and you get them to price check them all for you on the phone, and then you just pick the 2 that are the cheapest that'll still get you what you want.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've done that a few times. They'll be like, yeah, these 2 are worth about $12 a piece. The one's worth $20 and the other's worth about $18. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll see you in a bit. And I take the 2 lowest ones. I'm like,
Bitch.
well, yeah, because, you know, they're not going to be like, well, you only need to have they only have to be worth a minimum of 10 and this one's worth 35, so we're going to give you the extra $25 back. Like, no.
God, jeez. And then, like, I don't get new games nearly enough to have anything worthwhile to trade in. But I remember
Well, yeah.
that one garage sale, I bought some Xbox One games for like $1 a piece. Immediately traded them in and put it towards getting Kari, Octopath Traveler.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that. You bought them all for like $1 and then you get like $40 in credit for them or something.
I don't think it was that much, but it was a hot deal. It was just like immediate profit.
Nice.
It was like left the garage sale, went to EB.
Proud of you.
Fucking... Do you remember the website VG Charts?
I think so.
That's the one I'd always go to find out how many units of a game sold.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I looked at it recently because I'm like, oh, what's everything sitting at right now? Fucking, there's 95 million PS4s out there.
Damn.
And I still can't find a reason to give a fuck about it. I'm just like, the last time I looked at this, there was like 45 million. Where the fuck are these other 50 coming from?
I love you, but you're just a hard ass is all.
Ugh.
Ha ha ha.
No, it's the Switch is what I was looking for, though. I wanted to see how it was doing because we just passed 2 years a little while ago, and it's sitting pretty at 35 million units, so that it's gonna surpass the Xbox One.
Oh. I mean, I'm not surprised it'll pass the Xbox.
Yeah. Another system which I'm like, why the fuck does anyone own this?
We got another subscriber.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Hi guys.
The guy was like, subbed, I have lots of podcast time at work. You know who you are if you listen to this.
Thanks for listening to our trash. We love you.
It's not trash. It's high quality content, damn it.
High quality
'Kay,
garbage.
anyway.
Got it.
Real talk, E3 predictions.
I have none. Anyways, back to the trash. I'm just gonna like post a photo of a waste bin and be like, look at it,
Nice.
it's a picture of me, aren't I cute?
Felt cute, might delete later.
Perfect.
Nice. Okay, I only have one E3 prediction right now. I'm still trying to think of like some others.
Hit me.
I definitely see them showing a Digimon game for Switch.
Hit me harder.
That is hard.
Are you thinking it's gonna be like a Cyber Sleuth more RPG-ish game, or like a Digimon World action
See,
RPG type thingy?
I'm lame. I hope it's RPG-ish, but I'd be okay with it being like Digimon World. Because I was kind of disappointed in the last Digimon World one we got. I think it was, what was it called? Last Order?
The last one.
I watched lots of gameplay for it, and it didn't look appealing. It looked really slow-paced and boring. And it's like, I understand the point of Digimon World is to, like, raise your Digimon and to, like, you know, squat up kind of thing and, like, feel something, kind of like when you do a Nuzlocke in Pokemon. But, I mean, I don't need to, like, literally clean up my 14-foot-tall dinosaur shit.
You know what they ought to do?
They ought to audit it.
Just remake the fourth one. You know, the good one.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
The one that people actually liked.
I have that, actually.
Yeah, so would, like, everyone else who had an Xbox. They'd be like, oh, fuck, I remember this.
Yeah. They should remake the third one, too, because the third one was a good time. It was just that the third one was plagued. It had issues with, like, leveling. It was, like, really, really hard to actually gain levels. You had to do a fuck ton of grinding to get anywhere.
They should just remake the first 4 back when they gave a fuck about their games.
Yeah, just do Digimon World Remastered and throw all of them at us in, like, a package deal like they're doing for, like, Castlevania and Contra and shit.
Everyone would nut so hard.
I would.
P.S. Thank you, Konami. I hope they're not trash. Serious. I'm getting hard into this RGB stuff, which will be a episode for later, but essentially it's the highest form of analog signal you can get. And it pretty much results in pixel perfect quality with most accurate colors you can get out of a console. So it's kind of like emulating, but with real hardware.
Nice.
So
I should try and emulate fucking these Digimon games. Actually, what the fuck? I should just go get a PlayStation Classic.
You fucking pirate.
You damn right.
There's one on the swap and buy for $40.
Yeah, Hylexa pointed that out to me the other day, and I was like, but now I'm kind of thinking...
You know, dude, that's the best price I've seen, because EB Games had their massive shipwreck sale, which I think ended, and they were $50. And then, like, Best Buy and Walmart and everywhere else is back up to $70 or $90.
I was going to search it.
Because everyone just kind of realized, like, hey, we can hack these. And then they started selling, and the retailers were like, oh, fuck, they're selling. Jack up the price again.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I remember that's what I told you. I went to Best Buy the one day, because I was like, fuck it, I'll buy one for $30 at this point. Why the hell not? And then they were like $80, and I was like, whoa.
Fuck.
Now, that one for $40 is gone, but there's one on here for $50.
Worth it.
We'll see how much I get paid tomorrow.
Hot stacks.
Godzilla.
Fat stacks.
I got paid pretty good last time.
Yeah? I think you told me about it.
Yeah.
It was at least one fat stack.
Yeah.
Go to the bank, take it out in 5s, it'd be like 30 fat stacks.
I can't math right now, but yeah, sure.
Oof.
But yeah, it's
what were you talking about?
I actually have no idea. You made me brain fart so hard.
Something about RGB, pixel perfect. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you said you were going to bring that up in a later podcast.
Yeah, but they're kind of the authority on this kind of stuff. They're called My Life in Gaming. It's a YouTube channel. And
Yep.
I've seen a lot of comparisons of these like compilations, multi-games on discs, like even the like eShop or PlayStation Classics and stuff, comparing them to the original games, seeing how well they actually hold up. And a lot of them are actually like super trash. Like even like the Sega Genesis Classics collection or whatever has a lot of bugs in it. The same kind of things you'd get out of an emulator on a computer. Things where like the layering of sprites is improper, so like Sonic appears in front of the logo. So you got this weird disembodied like half of Sonic that you normally don't see. Stuff like that. And it's like, I'm really hoping with these more modern ones that are coming out, because like Wild Guns did outstanding, and Wonder Boy did pretty great. There's a few others on the it's not the Virtual Console anymore, but like the eShop, they did some Neo Geo classics and stuff. Those ones are all great. But like, I'm really hoping these 4 bright buttons and 2 joysticks. But I'm really hoping this Konami classics, like all these Castlevania games, are actually good. Like there isn't any muddying of the graphics. The sounds are actually accurate, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably not. Like I said, well, I didn't say this, but I'm still butthurt Symphony of the Night isn't on there, but I understand that the Castlevania collection is like the OG stuff, like the 2D side-scroller stuff.
So, dude, apparently really recently on the PS4, Konami actually released a compilation of Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night.
Oh, I'm not surprised. That was on the PSP.
No, dude, that was a long time ago. I said PS4.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, they did that on PSP, so I'm not surprised that they, like, ported it over and threw it on the PS4, too.
Well, fuck. Point is, they already released those 2, so they gotta get the rest out.
Yeah.
And clearly they don't give a fuck about anything before Rondo of Blood, so they just combine them all together.
Well, I think it'd be cool if they did, like, a second Castlevania Anniversary Collection thing, where... Blah, 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 blah.
Words are hard.
Whatchamacallit? Words are hard. What the fuck?
I'm so disappointed in you.
I am too. If they just did a second Castlevania Anniversary Collection that had all the Metroidvania games. So it had like Symphony of the Night, Dawn of Sorrow, Aria of Sorrow, whatever, right? Like all the GBA games, all that, like fucking remaster all that shit, throw it on the Switch.
That's far too intense. They'd have to do like 2 per disc.
I don't care.
Oof. Nah, I'd agree with that. I haven't played any of those games, but I want to.
I love them all.
Anyhow, was that your only prediction?
For now, yeah. I'm still trying to think of another one.
Okay.
We had more time for this last year. I'm very caught by the seat of my pants.
I had more shit I cared about last year.
I can't predict anything Destiny related because they're showing everything off next week.
I'm torn on actually predicting this or not. It's either going to go that they're going to say absolutely nothing about it, or they're going to like not be at E3 and make this massive unveiling of the PlayStation 5.
That'd be cool.
Because they already announced it in a way. They talked about its specs a little bit. Like AMD had a keynote at Computex where they actually talked about their new Ryzen technology and Navi and how it's actually going to be used in the PlayStation 5 and how much more powerful it is and on the 7nm architecture and blah, blah, blah. So like the fact that they announced that at Computex to be like, this is going to be in the next, round of consoles, money, invest in us. It's like,
yeah,
I feel like Sony will probably also be at a point where they could probably unveil at least like a tech demo or something, or some details where they're like, this is what our next direction is. Because they kept completely quiet about PSVR. They're like, oh, it's very important to us. And then they like left it at that.
Yeah.
So I feel like either they're going to make this big announcement or they're not going to say anything. And in the same vein, I think Microsoft's going to do the same.
I feel like Microsoft has some shit they've been hiding all year.
Yeah.
They're sneaky.
I don't know with Microsoft because they're like the youngest as far as like the main players for consoles gaming go.
Yeah, but see, that's the weird part. You'd think they'd like come in guns blazing every year because they felt like they had something to prove.
Yeah, and I mean, like, at most, they did that with Halo the first time, and that was it. Like, all 3 of their consoles are just, like, underpowered PCs. And I know that...
what?
Underpowered PCs.
Yeah.
But it's like, that term gets thrown around a lot, but, like, this is literally based off the DirectX architecture and Windows platform. Like, they're underpowered PCs, that's all there is to it. Like, they're not doing anything that's mind-blowing. At most, they had, like, HoloLens or whatever that is, but, like, I still haven't heard shit about it. It's like, if they're going to do something innovative, they should just do it already. Like, I can't even imagine a Microsoft handheld. If they were going to be like, we're competing in the handheld market without even releasing details or anything, they would probably be halfway to winning E3 as it was, because it'd be such a shakeup and away from like everything they've ever done with their console division.
For sure.
So like, I'm holding out for a big console announcement of some sort from Xbox and Sony, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's one of those things. E3 this year is going to be 150% Nintendo, because I feel like nobody else has anything.
Yeah.
Sony was like, we're not even going to bother this year. Like, they showed off Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff just a little while ago. There's going to be, like, Sony is still going to be at E3. I just don't think they're presenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to have a playable demo for Final Fantasy.
That was one of my predictions, was going to be that there's going to be an actual release date for it.
Yeah, like, I have a hard time seeing an actual release date, personally.
I think it's about fucking time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lots of people have been saying probably 2020, but I mean, you could still give us a 2020 release date, which I'd be okay with. I know somebody leaked a bunch of stuff. Like, it's all unfounded. Nobody knows if any of it's true or not. But if it is true, it'd be pretty all right. Because if it's correct, like, it's still gonna be episodic, but it's gonna be like episode 1 and episode 2, and episode 1 will stop when Aerith dies.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers. Somebody actually got mad at me for that one. I'd be like, I'll see you 20 years in the past.
Yeah.
Roll up.
Well, you know what? There's going to be like a whole massive generation of people about 10 years younger than us that are going to 100% get spoiled on this.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because clearly the majority of people aren't classic gamers, so they're going to be like, Aerith who? Oh, dude, don't tell me spoilers, but like, it's literally everywhere. Yeah, like, it's going to get like, spoiled for them.
You can't get mad about getting spoilers for something that's getting remade. Because
I think you can always get mad about spoilers no matter the age.
Depends on the context, I guess. That's like if I found out a bunch of like confirmed Pokemon stuff and was like, oh my god, Jukebox, guess what? And I just unloaded everything. Okay, dick move. But if I was like, oh my god, Jukebox, Sword and Shield's gonna have 8 gyms, the Elite Four, and a champion, you'd be like, spoilers, but not really?
Well, yeah, but like saying Aerith dies is like, that's a major plot point.
She doesn't die, she just takes a giant sword through the spine and she's been sleeping for years. She's good. She's fine.
Clearly, that's how this works. They're just going to rewrite the story to be that.
She used her level 4 limit break right before it all went down. She's fine. She has invincibility for 1 turn. It's just lasting forever. Nobody knows why.
It's just a game-breaking glitch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. She tried to use Great Gospel and it just kind of went to shit.
You can still play the rest of the game. She doesn't appear anywhere.
Yeah, she's there. Like,
sprite
she's
glitch.
There,
don't worry
but
about it.
She's just not.
Oh, dear Lord.
Tifa's the one that actually died, and then Aerith was like, I really dug her outfit and all the martial arts and stuff. I'm just going to be Tifa from now on, and that's what actually happened.
Are you saying Tifa?
Tifa.
To fuck?
Correct me, I fucking dare you.
Tifa, you whore. Anyways,
I've always said Tifa. Oh,
I'm not sure I've ever paid enough attention to you saying it to realize you've only said Tifa.
I've probably said Tifa before. I honestly don't know.
You probably did. Everyone does.
My dad's deaf. He says tiger as tagger. Like, it's a whole thing. Leave me alone.
Oh, boy.
I wear glasses. My ears aren't so good. Fuck off.
Apparently, neither is your brain.
Nope.
Thank you for agreeing to that.
While we were talking about Microsoft, I figured out a second prediction.
Hit me.
An actual trailer and like showing like gameplay shit for Halo Infinite.
Oh, fuck Halo.
I still like Halo. I'm not about to go buy an Xbox to play Halo, but I still like Halo. Went over to Buddy's house and he was like, yo, want to play Halo? I'd be like, I'm fucking down.
I'm sure they're fine, but I'm still salty that they're like, we have wrapped up the entire series, and then Microsoft's like, no, we're buying you, put out more. Look at the cash we're milking.
Said the man to the prostitute. No, I'm buying you, put out more.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Oh man, job stability.
Haha.
Badumts.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's called slavery, kids, don't do that.
Damn. Just remember, it's only illegal if you get caught.
That's called piracy, kids, don't do that.
Yeah, I never pirate anything.
Clearly.
No, really, I don't. Everything I pirate, I own in real life and therefore have paid for.
Clearly, that's how it works.
Yeah? I want a PlayStation Classic,
Oof.
not because of its incredibly easy, how incredibly easy it is to rip games onto it. I want it for its stellar loadout.
Oh, buddy.
Really hurting for some snowboarder, whatever it was called.
Oh, fuck yeah, talk dirty to me.
Oh, God. Another E3 prediction I have, one that I'm like really hoping for, is the Dragon Ball Project Z that got teased a little while back. I want to see stuff for it. I really do. I want to see like legit gameplay. They've shown like some screenshots and like a little bit of like Goku walking around. It looks really pretty, but like I want to see it.
Show me the fight action.
Yes. I better be able to like down forward circle, fucking low kick and throw a Kamehameha, so help me God.
Sure. Wait.
Sorry. I meant Dragon Fist. Okay, we're good. No copyright.
Nah, dude. The Dragon Ball Z games are weird to me. Because as a whole, they've been alright. Like, forever. And then, like,
Yeah.
Xenoverse came out, and everyone lost their fucking mind. And it was like, oh, it's great again. And then they released a second one, and now there's a Project Z, and I'm like, this is starting to feel like Budokan again, where there's like 5 million sequels.
Yeah, but see, the thing about Project Z that has everybody like hyped up is it's an action adventure game, or it's an action adventure RPG.
Oh, well, that's nifty.
Yeah, so it's not like Xenoverse or anything where it's just like, you know, beat up the other guy. It's like you're actually going to be like running through the world, leveling up, powering up, learning your techniques, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm fucking here for it.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, so I really want to see.
That was definitely on your bingo card as well. Just
yeah,
not
no, it was.
specifically
It wasn't
for E3.
I didn't pick it for E3. I predicted that we'd get like a release date or something before the end of the year. It was a 2019 prediction, so.
Okay, I'm going to throw something out there that hopefully we can both agree on. Fucking
Oh, that'd be nice.
nothing surprising is going to come out in Nintendo.
No.
Their whole lineup that they've already announced for this year, even if it's been like a teaser trailer and stuff, is already so loaded that there is no room for them to make a massive announcement for anything coming this year.
Yeah.
And they're already going to like blow a fat load right before E3 on Pokemon. So like for, you know, the upcoming year, maybe not even that. And if it is, it's going to be like, look, Metroid Prime 4, and have an actual trailer for it. But like they just restarted, so it's like, yeah, clearly that's not coming out this year.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they like did surprise with something. But see, the problem with Nintendo is it's like they don't have anything. Like they've dropped stuff that nobody's been expecting, but it's never like, oh my god, like unless they bring out like Metroid Prime 4 or Bayonetta gameplay or something like that, like everybody's gonna be like, yeah, Nintendo killed it again, but everybody's also gonna be like, they showed everything I thought they were going to. Yay!
Nintendo's going to kill it just on the fact that they have such high grade IPs that they're working on right now. Like,
Well, yeah.
Animal Crossing for Switch, it's going to win it just on that because they're going to announce some fucking details and people are going to blow their fat loads.
Well, yeah. That's one thing. I wouldn't mind seeing some Metroid or Bayonetta stuff. I really wouldn't.
Nah.
I'd be very okay with that. What was the other? I want to see something. Like, I know it's not Nintendo, it's just E3 in general. I want to see something for Bravely Default. I want to see either a third game, or I want to see, like, maybe the first 2 games coming to Switch, or something like that.
I'm getting really tired of everything getting ported to Switch because it's like
I am
the popular
also
thing.
Okay, we're doing Pokemon next podcast, but we're going to talk about, like, Switch bullshit the podcast after that. Because I'm also really over it. I'm really sick of opening Twitter every day, and it's like, this is coming to the Switch, this is coming to the Switch, this is coming to the Switch, and I'm like, what's next? Like,
Bravely
straight
Default.
porn? Like, are they going to drop, like, a porn, like, a fucking porn link thing? So...
Yeah, Jesus. But no, seriously, it's just like, we get it. Everyone has a Switch and they love it.
Mm-hmm.
But since
Yeah, I
when
like
did
my
porting 20-year-old games that people haven't given a shit about for 20 years become a thing that's done regularly?
Also, why does it seem like it's so easy to port shit to the Switch, especially, like, different IPs? Like, I don't understand how they're throwing, like, fucking, like, Devil May Cry on the Switch when it's exclusively PlayStation.
In general, the development, how do I word this and not sound like I'm talking out of my ass? Environment.
Just talk out of your ass, it's fine.
The development environment is just much easier on the Switch because of how it's built.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, the older, like, the Wii and the GameCube, and I think even the Wii U were all, like, Power PC architecture and stuff, but, like, this one is, like, straight up, like, built off of, like, the NVIDIA Shield. Like, everything in there is super familiar to anyone who develops anything on a PC. Like, you're working directly off of an NVIDIA chip.
Yeah. I don't quote me on this. I might get Final Fantasy IX on my Switch, because, like, I need to beat that game. I need to play that goddamn game. And apparently it runs real good on Switch, but at the same time I'm going to do a little more research, because it's like, if I get it on the Switch and it's buggy and it has problems, then I'm just going to get it on the fucking PS4.
Okay.
But I kind of like the idea of being able to, like, switch in handheld and just, like, play Final Fantasy IX while sitting in my big-ass comfy chair. Well, goddamn.
Yeah. Fuck.
Okay. Back on the E3 shit.
I just smashed a button and thought I destroyed everything.
Oh, no. Now, this is a very vague prediction. I'm not going to take a point if this actually happens.
Oh, no.
I think something uber hype is going to come out of a fucking, like, backwater team. I'm saying, like, a team that hasn't done anything in literally forever, or anything they have done has been, like, garbage. I feel like they're going to be like, so you thought we, like, walked away? Nah, we got this shit. And they're just going to, like, drop some mad heat.
I can't even think of, like, what kind of team that would be, but, like...
Camelot.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I just want another Golden Sun game.
Oh, okay. Something like that. Kind of in the similar vein of your Bravely Default hopes, where they, like, remake them and stuff. I just hope that specific team is working on another project. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sequel, because that's the same team that went on to do Project Octopath. So, like, Octopath and Bravely Default and Bravely Second, those are all fucking incredible, and it's the type of Square Enix RPG that I like, because I can't give a single shit about these action RPG lock onto your enemy shit.
You wanna know some interesting shit, considering I've played all 3 of those and have very strong opinions on all 3 of those. Octopath is the worst out of the three.
Okay.
The first Bravely Default is in second place.
Okay.
And Bravely Second is like miles ahead of them.
Miles ahead.
Bravely Second of the other, of Octopath and Bravely Default.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. I played the ever living piss out of that game and I broke it. I literally found the ultimate job setup to the point where you do massive damage every turn and then just immediately heal it all in one movement. You wipe everything.
Damn.
I was fighting the super bosses at the end of the game and like it was a joke. It was an absolute joke. I killed every super boss in like under 2 minutes.
That's fucking gross.
I wasn't even max level. That's the fucked up part.
Still gross. That's kind of like I started playing Final Fantasy Tactics a little bit, and that's like what I was reading about that game, where people are like, "Oh, we create the calculator who like destroys literally everyone on screen in one shot with holy magic, except for the person you give the holy ring that absorbs holy magic."
Mm-hmm. And then you just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. I mean, it's a quick way to get through a game if you just want the story, though.
Well, yeah. And that's why when it comes to like playing through like Final Fantasy 9 and stuff like that, I have no problem. Or like when I started replaying through Final Fantasy 7 on my PS4, I had no problem using like the alt, like literally limit breaks all the time, max level, max money. I'm like, I just want to enjoy the game. I just want to get through the game. I just want to know what the I want to know what the deal is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need to struggle through boss fights to appreciate a good story. You know?
Right. Fucking.
Granted, I think if obviously, if you and I do a playthrough of Final Fantasy 9 and like we record it in YouTube and everything, we will play through it legit because you have to. But if I was going to play through it on my own, I have no qualms about using, you know, quote unquote cheat mode.
Fuck it.
Because it's just it. If you're by your lonesome and it's this game that's been around for like 20 years and you just want to know what the deal is, what would you rather do? Burn 80 goddamn hours?
God,
or
no.
Just bust through it in 20?
That's like, I had my choice of games because I wanted one to play with Kari, where we can just kind of like sit down and play a classic game, because like all these PS1 classic RPGs and stuff are sitting on my shelf not getting played, and I was like, we can do Final Fantasy Tactics, but like I don't even remember how long it is. It's either like 36 or like 66 hours or something. Like it's a long ass game.
It's 36 on average, I think, and that's if you do pretty good.
Yeah, so that's a long ass game. And I was just like, I don't have 36 hours. And then I was like, okay, Lunar on average is 27 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And also is like a rare RPG that I've never had the chance of playing. Whereas Final Fantasy Tactics, like it's just any other fucking tactics game with Final Fantasy slapped on it. So I was like, hell yeah, we're doing this. I don't know where I was going with this, but I've been playing Lunar a bit.
I like it.
Ooh, the thoughts are leaving me.
Okay, so let's take predictions out to like finish this out. Let's take predictions out, and let's just talk about like what are you hoping? Like what are you excited to either see more about or to get a first look at kind of thing?
I don't know. I'm just kind of excited for other people's excitement in general. Like E3 is usually pretty hype, but like
you always get a pretty big kick out of me losing my mind.
Yeah, but like I don't think there's anything specific that I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Like for myself, it's like I'm gonna get a lot of details about games that I'll think are great, things that I want to maybe play, but it's like I already know that we're getting a remake of that Link's Awakening. Like, I already know that we're going to get Animal Crossing and everyone's going to lose their mind. I already know that Bayonetta 3 and Astral Chain and all these other things are being worked on. It's like...
Oh, I forgot about Astral Chain. I have mad hype for that game.
Exactly. It's just like... it's going to be cool to see the details that they give and then see everyone else get super excited. Because oh god, fucking Nintendo fanboy over here. Nintendo's still near the start of their console generation, where they're like building up their repertoire. So like lots of really cool shit's going to be coming out for the Switch, and everyone's developing for it. So we're going to see a lot of really cool fucking stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, the Xbox One and the PS4 are approaching their like zenith, where it's going to be the downturn. They're going to start focusing on the next gen. Not as many exclusives are coming out. So I'm not expecting nearly as many great things to come out for those. And I'm not expecting anything for the 3DS or for the Vita.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be any handheld stuff.
I think actually Nintendo themselves have already announced that nothing first party, but maybe you'll see some third party stuff. And the fact that there's the Persona Q second game coming out on the 3DS, that's like the end, buddy.
Oh yeah, I thought that already came out. Shows how much attention I pay. Ooh, that's another thing. I want to see more on the like special edition of Persona 5.
Oh, the one
for
coming.
Persona 5. Yeah, for the Persona 5 the Royal. I want to see more on that. I'm not going to get it. And I'm not going to play through that fucking 90-hour game again. I'm not doing it, but I'm excited to see what's up.
I'm not excited in the slightest from what I saw, unless I was seeing something different. It's literally like, do you remember Fire Emblem Heroes and like Zelda Heroes or whatever it is called? It's that.
Oh, that's not it. No, it's not.
Okay, then I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they might. I can't remember. They might.
To the Google.
Maybe they showed a. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no. Persona 5 the Royal is literally Persona 5, but they're adding more content. They're adding a new playable character. They're adding new confidants. They're just adding more. They're taking a 90-hour game and they're turning it into a 130-hour game, pretty much. From what I've been able to gather.
Oh, buddy, this is coming out in 2020. Okay, this is. I've seen the unnamed girl.
She's not unnamed. I think her name's Katsuki.
Yeah, no, Kasumi.
Kasumi, that's it. I knew it was K something.
Skipping through a trailer. Yeah, this isn't what I saw. There was something else that was coming to the Switch.
Yeah, no, no, it wasn't the dancing game. That's already out.
Persona 5 coming to the Switch as an action RPG. Scramble.
I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, God. Persona 5 Scramble.
That was it.
That's the one that I was thinking of that I have zero hype for.
No, me either. I do not care for those Dynasty Warrior games. I don't. Stop making them.
I feel about them the same way that I feel about, like, Call of Duties. It's like shovelware. Push out a new one every 6 months. Literally
my
the
issue with
exact same
Call
game.
of Duty is literally today they announced they're making, or they're releasing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But it's not the first Modern Warfare done a second time. It's a brand new game in the Modern Warfare series that they decided to name Modern Warfare.
So it's technically number 4. But not Call of Duty 4, because that's Modern Warfare. Haha, fuck with everyone. On two fronts.
They did it. Oh, what did they do? They did the Rocky thing.
Oh, dear Lord.
So they had Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and now instead of doing Rocky 4 or Rocky 5 or however it ended up working out, I can't remember. I'm like referencing the nerd video about the chronologically confused. Instead of just keeping going, they went right back to the start and did Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
Except it's just Modern Warfare the second time, but not the second game, because that was Modern Warfare 2. But we didn't remake the first game because we already did that. Dumbasses. Just fucking remake Modern Warfare 2. Don't change anything. Just make it look prettier. Put it on the PS4. I'll buy the shit out of that.
Fuck, don't even remake it. Just put it out on new consoles so people still have server support.
There we go. I'd be all over that shit.
God, I can't remember. I think it was a year ago. It might have been 2. I got it for like $2. I went on the PS3 and it was like nothing but bots.
Oh, it feels bad.
Actually, one of them was hilarious. It was like, if he shot you, you got the exact amount of experience you needed to prestige. So essentially, he shot me and I unlocked everything. It was so weird, but I was like,
awesome.
Thank you, that's super convenient. Now I have all the guns I like using.
Yeah, I have my scar again.
Oh, dear Lord. I wrecked with that.
I still remember you're like, bro, just use the scar. It's so good. And I'm like, nah. Other stuff's better. And then like 3 weeks later, I was like, I like the scar. And you were like, Hassan. I was like, shut up. It was just nice. It killed super fast.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how little ammo it had.
Yeah, until you got the extender.
Yeah, but even then, I just ran a silencer on it. Yeah. Radar was busted in that game.
I missed that game. That was good times.
Yeah. We should go back to like 2008 and have good times again.
Yeah. We're adults now. We don't get those.
Nope.
Not allowed.
Just misery and disappointment day after day. Anyway, I think we're about done this podcast, eh?
Yeah, okay, thanks, bye. I'm gonna go cry now.
Oh. Okay, so for anybody who's still listening, A, we love you. And B, next week, I'm not going to commit to that timestamp, but that's the plan right now. Next week on June, what is it? June 5th. Yeah, on June 5th, they are doing a 15-minute Pokemon Direct on Pokemon Sword and Shield. So,
you hear that?
And I being...
Do you hear that?
Do I hear what?
The angels chorusing.
Oh! So, Jukebox being a huge Pokemon fan, me being a little extreme when it comes to Pokemon. And a buddy of mine that I play Destiny with, we're going to get him on the podcast with us as a guest, and we're all going to watch the Direct, like, on our own time, and then a day or two after, or whatever, we'll do a podcast, and it's just going to be, like, a giant Pokemon hype train. It's going to be, like, an hour of just losing our minds about Pokemon. It'll be a good time. And then the week after that, I don't know. The week after that, we have Shady Penguin.
Oh, hell yeah.
That actually
This
so
week
awesome.
on
I'd
Duel
cry.
Links.
I got back into that, hey.
Oh, dear Lord. I thought you were done forever.
Ugh. I mean, it broke my heart when I lost all my save data, but they made it really easy to get, like, good decks again. So I just, like, instead of buying, like, 10 packs,
because I have
you
it
can buy,
on
like, a
Steam
starter
now.
deck,
I
and
transferred
some
my
of them are
account, so it's
actually,
on
like...
the PC. But, like, I
Yeah,
feel like I
gotta do
opened
that
up
too.
a while ago. And I was just like, hell no. Too much new things. You passed GX, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, they're into, like, 5Ds now, too, and I'm just like, oh, God. I gotta get it through Steam. That way I can just play it on my computer and have a good time. I can't do it on the phone. It demolishes my battery.
Yeah, definitely. The Steam version also improved quite a bit now.
Yeah, it's more fluid and shit. It makes it easier to just, like, sit down, put some tunes on, and grind shit like that, so.
Though I remember when it first came out, I downloaded it on Steam because I didn't want to lose it on my phone, but it also took too much battery, and it was too demanding for, like, my little Samsung S4.
Yeah.
And, like, the Steam version was like a direct rip. It almost felt like they were running it through a Android emulator or something, and I was just like, man, I can't even read the cards. This is bullshit. But now they actually have some graphics, and they've set up the play area in a way that, like, the screen space is actually being utilized.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this. It's just better now.
Yeah, I've seen people playing it on PC and stuff, and yeah, I'm literally pretty much gonna do that right now.
Nice.
But anyway,
nice.
So yeah, next podcast, level 45. is just going to be like an awesome Pokemon hype train thing. Before we started this podcast, I was talking to Jukebox, I guess. Some anonymous fuck leaked the Pokedex. No one knows if it's accurate or not. If it is accurate, there's some pretty awesome stuff on it that I'm excited about.
I'm just going to pretend it's all bullshit, because someone could leak a Pokédex and there'd be one that looks like a printer and one that looks like a blender, and at this point you literally just wouldn't be able to tell if they're bullshitting or not.
I mean, really, God, the designs just got so stupid after Gen 1. Do you remember such classics as a pile of shit? And a horse on fire?
Oh, dear lord.
And wait for it. A Pokeball with a face. Damn. I sure am pissed off that they decided a sentient two-headed ice cream cone was a worse idea. Also, I love Vanillix. Don't at me.
Remember Sandy Gas? I'm gonna kick that fucker in the face.
Oh, I love Sandy Gas.
I don't care, it's a sand castle, it's made of sand, it's gonna die either way.
Yeah, it's gonna eat your damn soul. Okay, anyway, we're gone, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.